Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to Dating My Budget. My name is Nita and I'm on a journey to becoming a financial warrior. That just means staying in the fight to remain debt free with the help of zero-based budgeting, the cash envelope system, and savings challenges. And today is one of my favorite videos, and it's a budget with me, my second paycheck of March, and the number that we're working with is $976.30. And most of you know that the last three digits of my paycheck, so 630, goes to my zero out challenge, and that has been recorded. I just transferred those funds to a separate checking account just so that checking account balance is not like at $5 or $10, whatever I put in there just to open the account. So I just wanted to share that. And this is like my cheat sheet rough draft that I kind of pre-planned like 2 weeks ahead. This makes the actual paycheck that much easier. So is it necessary? Absolutely not. But because I'm just always looking forward to budgeting my paychecks, that's just what I do. This is the Budget Mom Budget by Paycheck workbook. And this is my second year using this book. Each month has 5 budget sheets. So since I'm paid bi-weekly, I only used 2, possibly 3. Oh, no. I used 2 last year. My magic months I did on a separate Budget Mom printable. So I still have 3 worksheets in this book that I can use. So I made sure I got my money's worth. So let's zoom in and get into it. And before I start, I want to say, because, information gets misrouted, misconstrued, mishandled. You budget your money to know where it's going, not to zero out your bank account. I'm saying that because I've heard so many people on YouTube say they don't do a zero-based budget because they don't like to bring their account to zero. That's not what it means. If you don't want to bring your account to zero, do that. I have a cushion. I leave money in my bank account. It's up to you how you want to do it. So to erase zero-based budgeting from the equation, I mean, do what you want to do, but to say that, to imply that that's what it means, that's not true. And that's not fair. Millionaires do budgets so they know exactly where all their money went, or they want to know where it's going. So technically, the way I see it, all budgets are zero-based. It's just, how you allocating the money, whether you're using the 50, 30, 20% rule, or I don't even know what else is out there. Telling it where to go and what amounts the focus is not to bring your account to zero. I don't know who said that, but anywho, moving along, we're going to get into the income. As we mentioned, came in $976.30. And so that's what we have to allocate and make sure we have a place for it. My monthly bills I leave in the bank. I am a month ahead, so that allows me to just split my monthly bills amount over 2 paychecks. And so that has worked for me the last couple years, and I like that. The money is always I have a separate bank account for bills specifically, and that's what's the income coming in or going out is going to the bills, and it works. So that number is 190. Oops. No, I'm putting it in budget. The number is 190. My total monthly bills is 380. My cushion stays in the bank, and that's at 125. This year, I may adjust it a little bit a couple of different months, but for the most part, I'm trying to stick to $125. Next is the eatery. Although I keep this in cash, I consider it a bill because every 3 months we do a meat haul. And so every paycheck, I'm giving that envelope $50 so that we have the $300 by the time we need to place that order. Amazon is getting 12. I mentioned before that I wasn't sure if I was going to let my Amazon Prime membership renew. I did, so I'm going to continue stuffing Amazon. Secure Auto, this is my car insurance. I am a year ahead, and so now I am stuffing $50. My car insurance went down drastically, and so that kind of allowed us to get a year ahead unintentionally. Most of my bills, I kind of add a buffer into it. Even if it's by $5, $3, $4, whatever, it has a buffer. Because I round the numbers up, it gives me that flexibility if something is higher. I think my insurance, I overstuffed like $18. And that was because, like I said, like in case something is more than usual. And I've been doing this since I started. All that accumulated, and I'm now a year ahead. HOA, which is due yearly by the end of January, but in my mind, it's due at the end of December. It is getting $8. So now we can add up the bill's amount or bill totals. So we have $435 going to bills. Minus $976.30. That leaves $541.30. Next is the cash envelopes. These are the envelopes I keep in my wallet. We're going to bring down the $541. I spelled groceries wrong. Okay, so for the groceries, I give myself $40 per paycheck, so $20 a week. And that's because my boyfriend covers our groceries. We grocery shop every 2 weeks, and that bill ranges from $150 to $300. Because we do our quarterly meat haul, it saves us time and money doing our normal grocery bills or grocery runs. So I give myself $40 to pick up things that we've forgotten, ran out of, perishable items, just small things like that. That's kind of how I spend the $40. Next is car juice. This is going to get $50. My car is pretty small, and I fill up at half for the most part. I've missed it recently, and I didn't like that number at the pump. So I'm going back to my plan and sticking to at half. And weekly, I fill up either Sunday or Monday. Kind of like to line my fill up with the beginning of the week. Next is home goods, and this is just pretty much anything for the household. And I scaled back a lot, stuffing a lot of categories in my wallet because I have a separate cash envelope wallet, and that serves as a buffer. I'm just giving it something to add to that. Fam Jam is also getting $5. And this is pretty much things that the kids may need. Dine Out is one that gets $25. And that has been my number since the start of my journey. And this $25, more than likely, we will not spend. And so it goes to our vacation envelope. And that has been a reward to ourselves for not eating out. Now, we do sometimes, but usually I'm not covering it. But sometimes I do. Ragnar covers are eating out the majority of the time. A couple years ago, we decided, after having so many rough experiences at restaurants and the quality of food and, you know, a huge turnoff. It made it easy for us to not eat out. And so when we do eat out, we're usually trying someplace new, and it's usually not local. So it's kind of a planned outing instead of just grabbing some fast food. So beauty is getting $10. Ragnar is getting 10 as well. And so what I do between what I do between Ragnar and miscellaneous, one paycheck, miscellaneous to get 10, and then the next paycheck, Ragnar gets 10. And so miscellaneous gets 0. Kindness is getting 0. And hang time gets 0. Hang time is like adult hang time. I have a decent amount, so that's why I'm not really focused on it. And this year we're doing a low buy year. Certain spending categories just don't need the funds. So let's see, let's get this added up. We have 40, 50, 10, 25, and 20. So that's 145. So 541, 30 minus 145, 396, 30. Roll into the next section. Like, you guys, this is one of my favorite parts of budgeting, is making sure you're intentional with your cash or your funds, whether you're cashless or a cash budgeter. Like, oh my God, this feels great to have set goals or set categories where you know you need money by a certain date or time frame. As long as you're not nickel and diming it, you'll have the amount you need when you need it. Back in the day, you used to can't wait to go shopping, and now you can't wait to save. Yeah, that's it. That's the vibe. Next is my sinking funds, and wellness is going to get 25. School aid is getting 40. BGC is birthdays, gift celebrations, and it's getting 21. Christmas is getting 55. Sick days is getting 15. And sick days is our, like, let's say one of us get really down and sick and don't want to cook, don't want to go anywhere, or, you know, away from work or school or whatever. I wanted to have a budget where we can pull from, where, you know, for that time frame, maybe we do eat out more than often. Maybe certain wellness things we need to purchase or get better that can really derail your weekly spending. I decided to have a budget or a category that can cover a sick week, because essentially it's like a week of income is the goal. Hopefully that makes sense. And then once this is funded, I'll start saving my medical. I'll have a category called like health or healthcare, and that'll be my insurance, medical insurance deductible. Next is car defense, and this is getting $53. And I'm doing the 52-week challenge to get this funded. Next is home defense, and that's getting 21. This year, the goal is at 500. And so let's get this added up. 25, 40, 21, 55, 15, 53, and 21. So sinking funds came up to a total of 230. Mine is 396.30, leaves 166.30. which something is not right. Oh, you know what? I know what happened. So card juice, I decided to scale back $5. I'm so used to 50. I'm going to try to work with a budget of 45. So this is now at 140. So 396.30 plus 5. That's 401.30. And even though it's over there on my cheat sheet, I did not look at that this whole section, well, the first two, because they pretty much stay the same. But, you know, if I would have glanced over, I would have saw that I made the change. So we got 401.30 minus 230. So 171.30. And we can just cross out extra debt. The zero out, got the 630, the last 3 digits. And then new car is getting 165. And so these two numbers should equal the 171.30. So 165 plus 6. Yes. And so that leaves us with a zero base budget. And I feel like this is pretty simple. And if you have way more categories, you can keep it simple. This is it, you guys. Paycheck is planned out. The stuffing will be the next video. And in that video will be the giveaway announcement and entry. Stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.